Toyota Tundra sensor problems with my new grill. Are there any? Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to robmotivefst. And I've got you in the truck with me here. I just finished the install on my new Pro Grill on my 2021 Toyota Tundra. And we're going to do the first startup, go for a ride, see if there's any errors on the screen because of the TSS system. You know, a lot of people have done this mod and then had troubles with the TSS sensor. So we're going to take it for a ride. We're going to see if there are any. This is the first startup since I installed the grill. So we should get the traditional, because I did disconnect the battery, the traditional Toyota Tundra stall after the first start. So let's go ahead and see. Here we go. And there it was. Something about Toyotas, I don't know what it is, but after you disconnect the battery and then reconnect it, the truck stalls at the first start. I don't know why. Let's try it again. And now we're fine. So, like I said, I did just replace the grill. I also replaced the bumper caps and put the, had to move the sensors. I have sensors on the front, as well as the fog lights and all that. So this is kind of the inaugural test with everything complete and installed on the truck. So let's go for a ride, see if I get any warnings or error messages. Okay, we've been cruising for a little bit now and nothing has popped up on my screen, no error message or anything. Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, if you watch the install video, then you saw that there is the TSS sensor located right behind the Toyota emblem in the grill. Now, that was relocated. In essence, it was moved down. So I know a lot of people have said that after doing that mod, they got warning or error messages that the TSS system was not working. Now, that can be corrected. Obviously, if you move it down and you have problems, you can put a spacer behind that sensor to tilt it up a little bit, to point it up a little bit, so that you can kind of offset the angle that you've changed. I hope not to have to do that. So far, so good. Now, I am going to turn on the lane departure warning, and we'll see if that functions. Here we go. You should hear it beep. It worked. Let's go the other direction. It worked. So the lane departure is working. I'm going to turn it off because frankly it drives me nuts. But that means that the system as a whole anyway is functioning. So no issues with that. I don't have anything I can pull up against or anything like that to set off the other alarms or the adaptive cruise, all that good stuff. But it seems to be working, at least from that test. I'm not real concerned about it. I have done similar mods. This grill was a little bit different, actually. I've never had one just like this. But I have done similar mods, both to the Tacoma and the Tundra, and they both, of course, have the lovely TSS system. And I've never had any troubles myself. Of course, this Tundra is not lifted yet, but the Tacoma was. So I did change the level, if you will, in that truck, although because it was originally behind the emblem in the grill and I did put a Pro Grill on it, I moved the sensor down but lifted the truck up. So I think in that case, it kind of offset. So I wouldn't have had any issues with it anyway. But I think as long as you're careful and make sure you correct it properly. You know, I remember I had a comment rather from somebody a while back that they had changed the grill and the TSS system was not working. Did I have any ideas? And they later came back, even before I could comment, and said, well, never mind, I forgot to plug it back in. So obviously, if you don't plug it in, it's not gonna work. The other thing that I would suggest doing, and actually I've done it both ways, but the more I think about it, you know, why not? And that is disconnecting the negative terminal on the battery when you're changing the system around. I just think that gives the truck an opportunity to reset. And that might be why some people who haven't disconnected the negative terminal have had TSS errors, because the system is still looking for where it was before you did anything. In other words, you haven't done anything to tell the system you've made a change or to let it come back up and resync itself, if you will. Now, I don't know if there's any validity to that or not, but intuitively, logically, it kind of makes sense to me that once you turn the truck back on, it opens its eyes, if you will, and kind of recalibrates a little bit, if that makes any sense. Again, I don't know if that's the case, but sounds like something that could certainly be going on. You'll have to excuse me for the rough road. We're on this roughest road I drive in, and now we're off, so we should be better. So no issues. No issues with the fog lights. I did test those. They worked fine. And the sensors on the sides, I'm not sure exactly how I would know if I had a problem or not. I guess I'd have to pull up real close to something to see, but no warning message or messages or anything like that on the screen to clue me in that maybe I did something wrong. Anyway, leave a comment. I would be curious to know if you have replaced your grill, either with a TRD or maybe some other aftermarket option. Have you had any problems with the TSS sensor in terms of lining it up properly, or maybe even getting a malfunction warning? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma. And Rob Motive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out.